Hello everyone. Okay, good. It's all working. Hello everyone, welcome back to Disco Elysium. Just getting things set up. All looking good? Yeah. Okay, welcome back. I hope you're all having a good weekend. And when my mouse, there we go. My mouse appears, let's continue. My favorite day of the week. Hello, Min. Favorite day of the week, Disco Day. So, last we left off, quite a few things to do. A little bit overwhelming, actually. So many missions. Last time we found the money, which is good, which is something. We learned more about the gun, but there's still so much we haven't done. We haven't gone the sad tape. We have to sing karaoke. We haven't even been able to inspect the body. We haven't found booze. Maybe we have found booze, but I've been ignoring it. The pissing competition. Who made the call? Reality lowdown. Yeah, we didn't finish that. Track down your badge. We had a bit of a lead, but didn't finish that. Track down your gun. Have an open trash container. Union men. Doomed commercial area. Right, the curse stuff. We signed up to be a paranormal investigator. Jam. Interrogate the drivers. Man, lots to do. But first, just reacquainting myself. Hello, Temperance. Just reacquainting myself a little bit. Right. We have one skill point, but I'm keeping it. Well, we're getting close to another one because we're keeping it in reserve just in case. And we're working on Je m'ai vu. But our current goal is we are looking for Martin Martinez. Ooh. Flip up glasses. +1 logic, -1 authority. That's... Yeah. Yeah. Bouncing the books, filthy boho, probably a narcomaniac. These flip-up glasses were fashionable in the old, but have since lost their popularity. Their thin, gold alloy frames are a reminder of drug-addled bohemian artists. These days, the glasses are only favored by organized crime accountants who desire to look cool. We don't... I like the logic. We haven't really used authority much. Interfacing, electrochemistry, physical instrument... Just trying to remember what all these do. Bullets. Keys. Okay. Well. Keep looking. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals. Smells of laundry detergent. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. So I have no idea where to find this guy, but we're just gonna look around a bit. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. Oh, and let me know if the volume's okay. Oh. Cause I'm still getting a hang of it on my different games. Oh, there's something up there. Oh. Oh, magnesium and +1 physique, -1 morale. Good so far. Okay, thank you, because it was way too quiet in the first episode, so now I'm always worried. Thank you. So something we can drink. Okay, interesting. These are like temporary buffs if we need them. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Money. Oh yeah, I want to buy like the rain jacket as well, because that would give us endurance. Apartment number 12, a loud rumbling snore comes from within. Okay, not getting in there. Oh, Kim, oh no! I locked you in, I'm sorry. There you go. Oh, there's some shoes. Okay, clip the flashlight in dark places. Oh, right. Do that. That let us see more. Oh. Cool. A peek back in there then. I see. Neat. Thank you. I hope you've both been having a good week. And anybody who's watching. Good weekend so far. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. Let's see. Oh! The star with the horns. I think I saw that somewhere before. When I was looking up images for the game. That's something that popped up when I was looking for... It's hard because I was looking for, I was looking for an image to use for my thumbnails, but I didn't want... But sometimes it's hard to look at stuff without spoilers.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Okay, let's examine the padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
We really want to, like, break in somewhere?
No reply.
We're facing. Well, let's keep looking around. I don't know if I want to break in somewhere right now. Ooh, it's up to you. Postcard, Boogie Street, 46. Yeah, let me look around first before we start breaking in.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
There was the old lady I think we talked to before.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side.
Knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
This is the police. Open up. Oh, they're not. Do I have to open the door? You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge. You have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
I don't know, do warrants count for these police? I don't know how they work. Money. Door number 9 is locked. Apartment 11, their mailbox is overflowing. Look there. The graffito says, a firing squad for the rich. Okay.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing. Oh.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
Oh. She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
It is.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
Can we give her some of our meds? With health?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm looking for a young man in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
He's wanted for murder. No trouble. I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Good thing it is the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
You live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Excuse me. Is one of the residents on vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
Fair enough.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere
Oh.
else.
Who lives in apartment 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
Oh, but I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
He pauses, eyeing the hallway.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Counterculture. Sure, I'll see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
I can use those to make money. I feel a bit bad. I'm just shining the flashlight on her. Who lives behind the padlocked door?
Oh, that one is a scientist. A future scholar.
Interesting.
I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
Are you sure you don't mean astronomy?
That's what I said. Astrology.
They're a little different.
The lieutenant shakes his head as though to say, let it go. Come on, people. Try to keep up any standards here. It's not about stars. It's... forget it.
She's probably blind anyway. Oh no. What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still,
She leans on her broom.
she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
That's all, thanks. Thanks, I'm off. Pretty polite. I am curious about the padlocked door, but... I don't know. I'm back. I want to get, like, more clues before we just break into somebody's house. Oh! Oops, didn't mean to go outside. Didn't mean to trigger a loading screen. Oh, now we're up here, actually, though. We can look around here. Ooh.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Form a guess about what happened.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Take in the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscured the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
No. Who did this damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well.
Wow.
Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Wow. Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city?
The Coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
Yeah.
He does not like talking politics of this kind.
Ah. Time to go. Sting. Just see what else we can find. Oh, hey, Cindy. Something up here. Up here now. Anything new?
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right. We've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
He says, studying the contents of Cindy's bucket.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
She really did it. She's proud of it too.
That's some clever cultural commentary.
You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
Anything
She
else
turns
new?
hatred.
That Ozon.
Okay.
Someone's got to keep an eye on.
Ozon is an archipelago.
Okay, yeah, we do some new
2 days
stuff.
travel away from Revachol. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
You mean Joyce?
On a first name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Why all the negativity?
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
Okay, I'm just...
I ain't no...
Actually,
We weren't put on this earth to make... Can't you... I haven't really started it yet. Yeah?
I love public art. I'm doing that one again.
She means you've lessened her desire to deface.
Okay, nothing too new going on with her. Above, tarps flap in the wind, forgotten hammers and nails rust. The door is locked, you can't get in. The chair's new, someone lives back here. Okay. That's... Oh, there's a door here. Oh, I meant the door. Okay, that's probably the same one we saw from inside. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Ooh. Orlom labor genes. +1 electrochemistry, -1 reaction speed. Cindy? Okay, there's something here. We can't. Pry bar. I don't think that. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Ah! And coal. Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Okie. Don't see anything else. We are making money. I'm feeling pretty good. Talk to Cindy again? Okay. Note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Reality Associates. Oh yeah, maybe, yeah. We just went into her place. You're right, maybe that's worth asking her about. What's this? Balcony, investigate apartment. Okay.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
We have, oh, how much do we have? We have 1827 real. Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
Really? You're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
He replies wistfully, looking around. It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Okay, cool. I have other questions.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Catch you later. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so this like... Okay, that's like a downstairs exit. Okay. Oh, let's put the flashlight back on. I don't really like walking around with a crowbar anyway. I think she wants us to shoot her. Oh. That's upsetting. We don't even have our gun. Waves crashing in the darkness. Someone has torn down the wall. Ooh, a fridge. An old grocery list on the table, and checks.
What happened here?
You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall.
It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
There's always a little something in the fridge.
Indeed.
Oh. Okay, new skill point. Ooh. Yeah, we still have to choose what I want to do with all these. We're gonna need endurance at some point. I like esprit de corps, I like visual calculus, I like empathy. Oh, having the crowbar equipped can open hidden options during dialogue or scenes. The same can be said for other items. Wow! I mean, that's like... obvious it should, but... wow, that's... I'm always impressed by how much they managed to fit in here. I will keep an eye out for that. Okay, now where's upstairs?
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers, the iconography of communism, in other words.
Oh. Look out, Kim, there are communists around here. Let's inspect the symbol closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order.
Of course.
Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What's the deal with the antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me?
Nothing at all yet. Right now, it's just meaningless shapes on a wall.
Oh, I guess that's why she thought he was studying astrology. Because of... Oh, there's a door here. Is that the one we came in? I can't tell. Oh, okay. I see where we are. Okay, there's a thought. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Okay, look at all we have here. Let's look around first. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Yay, cactus! Alright. Guess I can put that away for a sec. Money. Just a door, nothing for you here right now. There's some tools we can pick up. Probably put this away for a second. Hello, Meow God, welcome! Hello! Hope you've been having a nice weekend so far. Hi, Beck! Welcome! We're doing some exploring. We're looking for Martin Martinez.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
No worries. You're here now. We're investigating.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
I want to look around a bit first. Yes, Mr. Martin Martinez. Oh. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. Just want to look around for a second. This door is apartment 30. Voices from within. Someone is singing along to a buoyant dance track. Can we... Okay. So, should find a way to get around. Need just quick save because we have a skill point. I'm not sure what to spend it on yet.
This door is made of number 20.
Let's
Knock.
see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Ah,
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
isn't it the evening?
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Tomorrow? Okay. Anyway, what do you
The
mean?
smoker on the balcony.
Yeah.
This is why we are here, right? He might know something about the murder. So tomorrow 9 p.m.?
Why not now?
Suddenly, he's a little worried about your memory.
I didn't mean that.
Don't worry. It's mostly all still here. You can remember things. You got this.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m. Right
Okay.
here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him.
No.
Remember, tomorrow, he's probably gone for today.
Okie dokie. Well, that didn't amount to much. Yeah, it's a date. Oh. So, okay, what should we do now then? Investigate apartment 10. I'm curious, can we knock on it again?
This door has been closed.
Oh wait, this is
with a
11.
padlock. You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here? Excuse me, of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
Are you cooking morphine in there? I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in, then open the door so I can verify your identity. Do you not need a warrant if there's a suspected break-in? I don't know the rules in this world. Oh, come on. There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked.
Well, that was easy.
That was smart.
The lieutenant said... Lieutenant, not lieutenant. Nodding toward the unlocked door. Maybe we'll put the flashlight back on. Oh. Thank you. Wait, that's not the flashlight. This character's so funny. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Just peek first. A blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. Looks like a fine mattress. Hello.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Oh my gosh.
Her voice is really cheerful, despite her obviously hating you.
It's her.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light paper-clad passport. Sure, let's inspect it.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Nice haircut.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
I want to. Yeah.
Ha! Sounds like you've spent too much time undercover in some rock band.
Yeah.
It's not a compliment.
Oh. Who lived here?
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
He stops, hesitating.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway?
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall.
Not a hole.
A hole in the wall. Can you believe it?
I can't.
And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
Nap.
The sum must have been puny.
My money has also disappeared, I think.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it.
It couldn't have been that much money. These apartments look pretty shabby.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
So wait, what happened with the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it.
I like when we hold the flashlight, we just shine it directly in people's faces all the time.
Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
She's still shaking her head, manicured hands now crossed over the chest. That's all, thank you, I guess. She replies with a smile, but her eyes remain glazed over. She's been waiting for you to leave. Hypnogamma, sure. Ooh, fancy shoes. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. There. I like my shoes, though. Okay, let's report back. I guess.
Give me a moment.
I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up the room for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
What do I answer? God. I'm sure everything will be fine. This apartment building needs slow change. Imperceptibly slow.
Yes. Well. I hope they're good people.
I feel like this would be your answer to any of those.
Your statements are too vague to comment on.
Okay, thanks, I'm off.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
Oh yeah, this is what I was trying to do, wasn't I? The alternative to communism, Yes, that's what I think I've been trying to do. Because, well, I wanted to do communist, but all my friends were doing communist, so I thought I'd do something different to make a different playthrough. This is because I keep saying none of the above political stuff. Yeah, I wanted to do something that wasn't fascism, and I don't really know what the other option would be, but I keep having to take the really non-political stuff, which feels really bad, because actually in this office that I'm in, I'm actually sitting right under a Workers of the World Unite poster. So it's judging me right now. This is because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
I will opt in, but let's hear more about it. Although I do no, I'm too fiery for this watercolor ideology. I'm trying to develop more extreme and interesting options.
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
How do you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
But what about all the things that are wrong now?
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not.
Oh.
But that's no excuse not to keep working. What rationality?
Wait, is the Kingdom of Conscience really about doing things or just preserving the status quo?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
Oh, wow. Yeah?
There you have it. Sometimes holding the line is progress.
Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscious actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe. Partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Oh no! Doing it for the playthrough though. Man, that sounds kind of terrible. I don't want to be a moralist anymore. Anyway. Sounds incredible. LLZ, let's go there right now.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Alright. Then let's get there eventually?
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Okay. Doing this for you guys. Alright, I have to unlock these anyway. Kingdom of Conscious. Okay, heartache is powerful, but democracy is subtle. Incrementally begin to notice a change in the weather. When it snows, the flakes are softer when they stick to your worry-worn forehead. When it rains, the rain is warmer. Democracy is coming to the administrative region. The ideals of DeLorean humanism are reinstating themselves. How can they not? These are the ideals of the Coalition and the Moralist International. Those guys are signal blue, and they're not only good, but they're also powerful. What will it be like once their newest plans have been realized? Guess we have a skill point. I still want to put skill points in other stuff, but I think we're gonna have to do this eventually, so... Internalize. Okie dokie. Okay, so it's really important, but I want to go buy the raincoat before it gets too late. It's important to me. We want that endurance. Yeah. So, I was zooming we've always had this Workers of the World Unite poster. And I was zooming. I never really questioned it because it's just one of the posters my parents always had. Alright, I guess we'll have to go all the way around. And I was zooming and I realized it was just sitting over my head when I was doing all my work zooms, and I was like, I should probably know why we own this. In case somebody asks why I have a giant communism poster sitting over me. So I don't know how my parents came to own that, but I asked. My dad's like, oh, I bought that from the Soviet embassy in London. So, fair enough. That's a reason to have communist poster, I guess. I want to find... Up here. Oh no, does this mean it's closed? Oh no. Okay, first let's sell some bottles.
The tear machine your bottles clunk into the machine.
Yay.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
No, I want... How do I buy stuff? Hello, Starwish. Right from
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
I want the endurance.
Here you go.
Leave. Okay, I do like this, but let's try it on. Look, Kim! I'm Peely the Fortnite banana. I'm gonna put the coat back on. It's a joke because we're peelers. Okay, there are a lot of things to try. Okay, find money. That'll be tomorrow. Jam. I guess we can look at drivers. Open trash container. There was some other places inside we could look. The call. Back to body, booze, sing karaoke. We still have to do that. But I feel like I didn't talk to many people around here. So we should do that.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Oh yeah, the body, the ledger, the man on top of the wall, the haunted complex. Right. There's so much, it's a little overwhelming. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
No?
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Yeah, this guy does have a great voice. I keep being astounded by, like, how much I love all the voice acting choices. I mean, even if there's people that sound a bit more cartoonish, it really fits. What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the...
Right to work! Right to work!
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
I guess we can ask. All these are probably safe. I want to get into the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
I'm interviewing people about the murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
Ah, of course.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Absolutely nothing?
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive.
Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup, open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This isn't really my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Yes.
Pity.
Let us work!
Let us work. What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we
Have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Oh yeah, maybe it's like hired actor, maybe. Ill-fitting, what does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question. choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
I see. Who are all the strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
I will, but let's ask your goal first.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you are unable to breach the entrance.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could he be?
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained.
He'd be bad.
I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you considered storming in like all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Okay, gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Thought you looked real familiar for a second there.
No. Don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Well, I don't know if he'd actually be lying. I'm sure he knows some bars. Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Okay, let's retry again. Routine, part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. We're all workers, right? Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Never heard of it. Are you lying?
We're done here.
Okay.
I have a strike to break.
Okay.
Right to work! Right to work!
I wasn't done asking questions.
Things are busy enough. You going to waste less of my time?
Maybe.
The hulking man oozes stock.
What's it to you? Big mess. Caused by you. We're all workers, right? Worked at Territorial. Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's a long time.
Okay. That's something for now. Let's check a quick save. Then we might check the body quickly. Put on the raincoat and check the body.
In the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently.
Likely, yes.
Okay, so that's all stuff we've done. Right, there's the horsey. Talk to...
The more you ask yourself,
I
the
failed
less
that?
you know. One thing is for certain, though. Your brain damaged. It's serious and permanent.
Dang. 83. Well, we have a lot of medicine. I don't think that was not super important for now. Is there anything else you have to say, Manana? Okay, I play Fire Emblem. Can do bad luck.
Hola, wandering man. Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. That's okay. I have no...
Okay, I think that's... There's a big guy up here, but we're gonna leave that for now. Let's see if you have anything, because you're a driver.
Looking for something, Runt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yeah, you can keep going up. I know there's people up there. I'm gonna... Oh, hello, Infinity Drive. Yes, at least you don't insta-die when you crit fail. Yes, I played Battle Before Dawn. You know, getting crit before you can even get to her. Ugh. You're a lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Don't really want to agree with you, but I don't know if being on your side will make you talk to me. Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right?
He eyes you wearily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then...
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Ah. So why are you still hanging around here? Most of the other lorrymen have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
Ooh.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some Kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
Yeah.
What? Aren't we allowed to say that he's a Kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road science, man.
If not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Who's that?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Humanox, where do I find him?
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
It's not helping me when I don't have smell-o-vision.
Yes, yes. Where is he?
Thanks, Kim.
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal.
Okay.
You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars.
Ugh.
It's in their blood. He's your man, all right? 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess we need to pay Sealang a visit then.
Guess so.
He grins, contented with himself. Okay. Click save? Yeah, the voice acting is phenomenal. Especially, like, I can't even imagine voice acting being a racist person. It just sounds so gross. Let's check out the body. Do you have anything new? We're still looking for clues.
Hello again, officer.
Never mind.
How are
There's a visual calculus check we needed to do somewhere.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown
No.
slush that...
Okay, can't do. Oh no, still here. Isn't it past your bedtime?
There he still is,
Oh.
looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated
Can we do
to
it?
that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
It's not fail again.
As you
Yeah.
breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
His bedtime is probably after. Fair enough. For both of us. Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Kim's not having a great day, I don't think. Let's step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above
Ugh.
appears industrial in strength.
I'm actually just gonna save quickly. Especially because we might want a skill point here, I'm not sure. Okay.
The man before you is naked.
Okay,
but
inspect
for
the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
Ceramic?
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you. Out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots.
Yeah.
They're armor. Possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped of.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fairweather. Fairweather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Did we inspect the trash compactor? Is that the thing that we couldn't get open? Because I didn't open it yet. Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
Maybe he was just wearing these boots and there is no rest of the armor. I feel like there's more, but...
No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to it. They did not just strip him for the putrid rags.
Then where are his clothes? Have you seen them, or what have we told them? Where are his clothes?
Someone could have cleaned the yard, but that's a question for the red hat thing.
I hear you, cop, talking shit about the Kuno. Come here and say it to Kuno's face.
We're not swearing at the child. What if they told him to strip before they hung him, to demean him?
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties, and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Hey.
What? Are you trying to ignore me now, fuckface?
Yeah, yes.
Kuno, this boots shit is super boring, and the guy's a total Veadotube.
Veadotube? Finish? The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, About 4 years of wages.
Wow.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Wait, my yearly pay is, well, is it a lot? Probably.
Not too much, yes.
Okay. Sounds puny. No wonder I can't pay my hostel bill. Pathetic. I need to hustle more and hate less. Sounds puny.
It's a sorry situation, I agree.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
About that.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
These look pretty advanced for security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Let's knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
And wouldn't that be hard to knock him with then?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Run your finger over the lines.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100, 1000.
Looks like there's a serial number right on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
He dips the drawing ballpoint of his pen on his tongue. E50, 100, 1000.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done.
Ooh.
Either station can chase it for us.
Pull it off.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
No, better not even try.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form.
They can come back.
Ageless and synthetic.
Oh god, like, whoa, we never got this? I think the serial number, because that was like trivial success. Well, I love getting stuff people don't get, giving you new experiences. Do it. Do it.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Sure.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Uh-oh.
Stop!
He looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Yeah.
Brutal!
Yeah, I was more thinking his leg, we might pull his leg off. Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't it?
You're going to pull his head off.
Yeah.
Do it, homo!
I'm gonna pull his head off, right?
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the coroner's case if you do. So please, don't.
Yeah.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
The voices in my head told me to. Are we not detectives? There might be clues.
How many clues do you need? You already found the number. Besides...
Don't be mad at me, Kim.
There's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
Yeah, the voices in chat told me.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Let's not.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
We're just, yeah.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Can we do this quickly? We might have to back off, I guess. Back off.
The cadaver slowly.
Oh. Here we go.
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
Ooh, +1 XP for every orb clicked. All intellect learning caps raised by 1. Good, I want more XP. And quick save.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Forgot about this open padlock with the key.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
What?
Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobo Cop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Why shouldn't I? Didn't I have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
Open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Ooh.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Again, Hobocop style.
Wow. An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
What's a knock cannon?
It's a giant rifle.
Whoa!
And it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000. Easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I am into hi-fi.
That's too bad, because none of those things are actually in there. There's just food waste and crisp wrappings.
A cruel jest. There must be something.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man frolicking in saffron.
Ooh. An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
I'll take it. Sorry, Kim. Look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar.
Good thing we're wearing gloves.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Baptiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Pick at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
That's the belt probably holding him up, I guess.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for
A
it.
drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario.
Kim can't judge us. He can't even open doors. Well, he did teleport. He doesn't need to open doors if he can teleport.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
That's all, I think.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
You think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
We need to ask the kids who put them in here.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
I'm sorry, children.
See?
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Take it out?
They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
A miserable-looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
It must have been crapping my style. It had a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore. That's why I tried to flush my cop life down the toilet.
Well...
He doesn't know what to say.
His eyes express a rare condolence. Then he picks it up.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Kim, I'm capable of everything if it makes me look bad. Close the lid.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Nice sound design.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Yeah, I'm not opening that again. Okay, we got something. Oh, interact. The ledger found in the trash. It's full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Have a closer look. Maybe it can be salvaged to start taking notes on the case. Why did we take the banana with it?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper, sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Leave it there at school. Let's take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila. The ledger now looks marginally better.
Yeah, we're wearing gloves. This is why I brought them. Also, if we're wearing the flip glasses, if we put them down, they're gonna protect us a bit more. Hello, Aru. Welcome. We're back to inspecting the dead body. Right now we're inspecting a damaged ledger. Hope your weekend's been going well. Let's inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Okay, we're pencil writer. Run your finger across the aluminium.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Uh-oh.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Oh, can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
You mentioned the headlights of your
Yes,
car?
RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
Okay.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all, thank you.
Okay.
Returns to his neatly kept notes.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand.
No.
It's a sorry sight.
Let's browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs.
You can see this is why Kim is using a ballpoint pen, because it won't run underwater. Or we could at least use a pencil.
Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Oh dear.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my low, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
Nice perspective. I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Thank you.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There was mention of a naming convention here?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one, with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Yeah.
I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head.
Oh.
He died. It was a workplace accident.
Oh. I mean, you can survive that. There's Phineas Gage. Count the pages. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper. Commit to paper, and we can use the monkey pen.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Ooh. Fury's hard home in the mirror, the setting sun. I guess the hang, it's pretty generic. But I guess we could do some, like, tarot symbolism, maybe?
Great. That's great.
Oh!
That's actually what I was thinking, too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
Oh, he sounds happy.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Close case files?
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
We can do that. I want to finish reading these.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What types of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Misconduct fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Continue.
But they appear pleasantly vague.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Enough of these.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
What did you say the color was?
Blue.
Yeah.
The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Huh. Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Interesting. Useful.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands. U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
I think, don't I have gloves for better interfacing? Okay, let's smell it first.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Okay, let's... No, wait. Base, do we not? Maybe not. The electrochemistry. Okay, the gloves are for interfacing. Well, we can try. Oh, we'll do this.
Of conscience. The kingdom of conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on Earth.
Except. Alright, what did it? Moralist dialogue options heal +1 morale. Okay. Volition raised to 5. Learning cap for logic raised to 5. We do have one interfacing. Does feel like a useful thing. Let's try it. We can always come back. And we can do we'll just quick save because we do have the other.
The worn map features the
Wanted you?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board.
Okay.
With the
Come on.
permeables drawer inside. It's
No!
not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some. Then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck.
I mean, if they didn't want us, I'll just try it once. Why would they make it so easy?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of is not.
Yeah, okay,
the
we
ledger
won't.
quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle.
You can also put a point.
This pathetic mess, suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Interfacing does feel like a useful... Into interfacing. I want to keep a point in reserve. I don't know if interface... It's hard. I don't know how many points we're, like, gonna get over the game. So I have a hard time knowing if I should just put one for why not, or just focus on the stuff I really do want. Interfacing does feel like it might be useful. But how many points do we have in it? Well, we're close to leveling up. Maybe just one. Wouldn't be so bad. I don't know. Motorix basics. You can wait. You can wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a moment. Hold on. One more try. One more try. One more try. Engaging T22 protocol. Okay. Interfacing's pretty useful. Okay, then... You know what? Pick locks and pockets. Let's do it.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of is
what?
Not what you end up.
It's. I'm pouting. I want to know. Did you just develop a gambling addiction? Oh, please don't say that. I'm in gambling research. Yes. I mean, no. It's Raphael. It's Raphael who has the gambling addiction. I'm just feeding into it. I'm being in character, I should say. Try first, spend point after. Good point. Good point. I forgot that's how it works.
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
Oh.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know.
Slide the drawer open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
I promise I won't do that much. This, for some reason, I was very compelled by this.
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
What? 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 This is Raphael? Raphael's what we named ourselves. Or maybe this is the Thai that named ourselves, I don't remember. Raphael's the name we gave at the beginning. So I'm just rolling with it. Pick up the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Ooh, pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Looks handmade. Did we make it? Smell it first.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting.
Okay, someone we know.
Harry, it begins.
Ah.
You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up.
Harry.
Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
But it will make me happy.
A merciful wind blows in from the bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it.
Hold on to it. Read the card.
Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out, you're asleep behind me. It says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road.
This hurts.
Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
Oh.
No. Hold on.
No, I need it.
To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
I need it. We needed to talk to Kim. Uh-oh. But... Uh-oh. What? What?
There is
Whoa.
nothing.
Did I?
Again.
Nothing?
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Sly there passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there.
Did I?
And a small
Was this
light
the beginning of the
on,
game?
fluttering somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He
Oh, right.
speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even
Continue,
in the
okay.
darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
I'm sad, but I'm also worried I lost something. No, it was cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Continue.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Morning. Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Was that the X something? The
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
yes, that.
Don't prod at it. It will start moving again.
Enough. Just lie there motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules. No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge
Ooh.
out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
I don't want to. We'll drink.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched
Oh,
throat.
man.
The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Drink.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
And the fake out got you too. Yes. I'm worried. I'm worried I won't be able to ask him about the notes now, but I feel like that was important. I should ask you the same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital.
We
Then
were
you
not
came
for
to.
very long, actually.
10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. Start.
Good.
Ledger of failure and hatred. Okay.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this case. Yeah, that was a good fake out. Wow, I was. Okay, I just.
The worn map
Okay,
features
put the map away. Okay, can we not? Okay. Oh, we can. +1 Inland Empire, +1 Empathy. -2 Authority. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about the UI translating. The UI translating Aru. I mean, there was a sad moment, but we don't have a lot of context for it. So it's okay.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging
Okay.
from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
Let's.
It's barely held together by a clip. It's
No!
proving to be harder than expected.
Ugh. It's just these things. 45. I'm pouting at these. It's not when it's that high I get grumpy. You named the ledger. I do appreciate the name. I like that it moved from the interact, but we still seem to be able to interact.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. Yes,
okay.
You can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural.
Wait, HDB41 weren't those officer precinct?
Why, yes. Your precinct number is 41.
And HBD.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
I think what you meant to say was RAC, Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
No, the alphanumeric begins with HDB. Can't you see the sire is tired of these fabrications? RAC is clearly what it says on the case files. These are official documents. There is no arguing with official documents.
Actually, I'm ready to admit, I like Raphael, but I know we have a real name.
That's comforting to hear. Now, detective, it takes half an hour to piece one of these together. If you still want to, here are your options.
This can be quite extensive. I can revisit this
Not much
then.
has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still.
Okay, let's work with the body then. Inland Empire and empathy. We still have this. Goodbye, Raphael. I feel bad, but now we have 2 skill points. I kind of want safe scummed. Kind of want to put one in Esprit de Corps. Esprit de Corps. I do like Raphael. Don't forget the car lights. Yes, good point. Esprit de Corps, so we can chill with. So it helps with our relationship with Kim. Accept changes. Quick save. Car lights. How do I do this?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
How do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Okay.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Yeah, Harry, I guess. Sir Brett. It's been mentioned a few times. It was mentioned in one of the thoughts as well. And in, I think, one of our items as well. Called us Harry. He's more than happy to show off his precious carriage. Press engine start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canela comes to life with a whiny growl.
Press the button labeled headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Okay. So I'll equip it and press the right button. Oh, cool. Hold it. Okay.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
Guess we don't need to be holding a flashlight right in front of this, but
There she is. Revachol West.
there's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro perforations.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, look around you.
You catch a faint glimmer from a broken beer bottle. In the distance, sounds. Two men engaged in a drunken argument, followed by the closing of some distant window.
Ah, Martinez at night.
Where are we on this?
Let me see. Right here.
Seems nice.
No,
Oh.
it does not.
Oh, look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad?
Not bad for what?
I don't know.
You don't even know what it means yet.
What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3, that's it?
That's it.
Kim, what do these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Feel like I just went around apologizing all the time.
Maybe you were a diplomat. Or in PR. Doesn't matter, I suppose. Let's move on, shall we?
18.
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see.
Oh.
Wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number? I don't think I can ever re-become this person. Be good.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
That's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Okay.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Are we okay asking this?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Oh, I want to know. Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the glow.
Oh, yeah.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Maybe I should pour one out for the boys. Oh.
If you want to pour out the booze you've been carrying around on duty, I'm certainly not going to stop you.
Pouring out on the ground, ceremonially.
A dark pool of cheap wine appears at your feet. It shimmers in the lights of the Kanema.
Gloaming. I'll make it okay with the power of rock and roll. Not really sure what you're supposed to say at these things. I'm sorry.
Very noble of you. Are we done here?
Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Yes, please. Oh, you have something to talk? Quick save. Then I want to go back to the body, but...
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I'm not ready. We still have to finish up the body.
We can pick up where we left off tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yes?
Don't we have a... Clothes in the trash? We can keep going. Okay. I don't want to keep him out too late, but we still have a little bit more. I feel like there's still a bit more to do.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. On his chest, a fading web of tattoos. The cargo belt used to hang him from the tree looks reinforced.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Yeah, if we want to keep his head attached, I guess. We're assuming the dock workers from the harbor did it?
I'm still approaching this as a lynching,
Yeah.
yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
No. You feel like it was something else. But what?
I feel like it was just something else, but I don't know.
Yes, it often is. This bed worries me.
How did they even get him up here?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
He points to the buckle, tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder? We know they didn't.
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Okay.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Back off and
The
look at the
cadaver
corpse.
hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Inspect the tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Let's map the night sky. Microelectrical patterns. This is a national pattern. Well, we learned sort of the stars were for communism, but I don't know if these are the same. This is a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
A Trigger Sunshine Mini.
What's that?
Trigger is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Ooh. He produces 2 metal-capped ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin light shines
I
there.
have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Oh no. They're gonna screw it up.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
The lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattoo chest. Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
It is. What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Yeah. Can I have it?
Sure. Just don't lose it.
I hope I don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world. Protruding comically,
I don't want to know.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
How can they keep having more and more writing about this?
Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Oh. I hate you. Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where is that?
In the past. Way out west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you.
There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Another question for you.
Go ahead, Kobo.
Why were you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
First, what? Do you have to speak like that? What dialect is that anyway?
It's a mishmash, Copperbolo. You think I'm Messinian, don't you? For you, this is how people from Messina speak like.
Not even sure what Messina is.
Well, I'm not from Messina, am I? My hair is too light a shade of brown. Trust your inner races.
What are you, racist now too?
You think I am? You think I was a racist because this lump looks like military and has tattoos. That's called profiling.
You were feeling sexual arousal when they were hanging you?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
What is it?
Captain Copodromo. I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
He didn't choke himself. You know it.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your... imagination.
Imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
I love the tie. I'm never taking it off.
He loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoony. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, copperoony Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, brother Copo. It was love all along.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Of course not. The name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just a Harry or something. That's right. Harry.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of Harry lately.
You might be onto something there.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face. Motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
I don't have anything else to do. This case is all I have.
I'm all you have? Then you truly lost it all, brother. You let the world drag it all away from you. And what it left, you pissed away.
I hate you.
And here we are.
Oops. I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
Oh. Touche.
A child born with Moller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
Baby affected with harlequinism.
You sure wrinkled out of that one, Coppolini.
Oh. Enough.
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible. Also, see me in your dreams.
Okay, we can keep asking him. Squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
Hi, Lee! We're observing the corpse. His face and hands are pink, thighs too.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
Relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead. I think he was upright after death. His head, I think he was upright. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging.
Yep, seems like a lynching. Could it be he was moved after death? Maybe he was strangled? I mean, no, yeah. Could be he was moved after death.
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Something is coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet.
Okay, we don't...
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he saying?
Talking about shit.
We got lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
I agree.
Mate.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Yeah. What is, better not say that. Too heavy.
Sure, the corpse looks by, oblivious. Black decay liquid drops from his knee to his boot.
He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Back off and catch your breath.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
I feel...
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
I feel like we've
His
done
torso,
most
the
of...
material delicate. These are clearly not boots.
Indeed. Ceramic
I feel like
plate
we've done
under the
everything.
heel. Fair weather. Fair weather.
The cadaver slowly
Belt,
twists.
tattoo.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso.
I don't have any... Yeah.
Come back
I
later,
think we've done everything.
Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners.
Oh
and
yeah,
my
don't forget to
mem-
save. Okay. So I wonder if we should let Kim go to bed soon, but... Save.
The man before...
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique
Ooh,
challenge.
new skill point.
I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Maybe we could shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
No!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch, that's a good spot to aim.
There, the buckle holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno.
Well... Actually, don't. Bad idea. Maybe he should choose. I don't know if he's a good shot. I don't know. They don't particularly have the best. I did not put... what are the... Okay, we level up here. What is the... We don't have much in hand-eye coordination. It's a good idea. Well, might let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's stance position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Hey. Okay, well, sorry, one sec. Oh, we'll be nimble. We're not possessed. This is just how we think. Easy does it.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
He feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Don't console him. Try again?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised.
I kind of want to try myself.
Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Can I have the gun? I could try.
As bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
I really want to do this.
They only have one gun.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
Feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your
Ooh.
mouth? At least you won't miss.
I put them in. Was it hand eye? Whoa. I really want to do this. Say, what happens if we close our left eye?
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, slick with the falling rain. The corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sink up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Shut up.
What? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
I don't want to put too many points. I want to be able to do this. I really want... This feels cool. Come on. Yeah!
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir.
Okay, I might regret putting those in, but I wanted to.
With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
You sure did not do it that way? Okay, who killed you?
Communism.
I see.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right.
See.
Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Eat experience 70. Okay, well that kinda balances out the skill points I spent. You've been policed. How did I do that?
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
The ace is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves.
Yeah, slap it.
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were
What now?
We
We're
will
not.
perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
No, ace. What's aces low?
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
What's aces low? Zach, come at me. We could have given him Below 5? Wait, field autopsy?
Yes. The 4 phases of a murder scene. 1. Investigation of the scene. I'm satisfied with that part. The trash container, the prints, we've been thorough enough.
There's another point. There's another check but didn't trigger. Oh. Well, I'm happy we gave him a high 5. That's good.
2. Initial examination of the victim. We were exhaustive in our efforts there.
Yeah.
Good job. 3. Field autopsy. This will not be pleasant or easy, and it will have to be performed on the scene.
Okay.
The fuck are they on about?
Cops are gonna cut his shit up next.
4 and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, this stinks.
Don't we have someone else for the autopsy, like a doctor?
No, you and I are detectives.
Yeah.
The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From crime scene to autopsy to cleanup, we do it all.
I guess I feel like a detective now.
Your station would not have assigned you the case otherwise. This case is important.
Okay, you can have your gun back.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. I would also suggest we interview Joyce, the Wild Pines representative.
Yeah.
But we've already done that, so
okay.
Good for us. 1 down, 1 to go.
Is this the famous list of initial interviews?
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, autosave. Oh, we have this now?
An intricate web.
Okay.
It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky.
Oh, we can do this
but
now.
Something's not right.
We'll come back. I'm just looking. Ask Kid Kuno. Victims' tattoos. Oh, there's so many. And there's a new thought. White morning. Ace is high. Ooh, 1 empathy towards Kim Kitsuragi. We will do that. I'll do that one. We can keep investigating. I feel like, is he gonna get mad that we're keeping him from going home? Quick save. If you want. Oh, there's...
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
I wonder if I should save it for tomorrow. Since he wanted to leave, I don't want him to get mad or something. There's Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Empathy, legendary. Figured out what's going on with this kid. We are gonna... Or save this check? Save this check? Having tea. No? Okay. We're gonna put empathy, we're gonna put points into empathy anyway. So we might as well try this now, I guess.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Huh. Interesting. How?
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Act on it. Try to separate them.
Fuck you whispering about.
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about.
She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make you uncomfortable.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up.
Oh,
Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Hey, Kuno. Okay, so not that one, I guess. What's up with her? She's terrible.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane, dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in, probably even pigs.
Oh.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
What do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
He's meant everything he said before, but right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
You serious about this killing business?
Killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about the 488.
488. The criminal code doesn't go higher than 190.
She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Okay, how many cops has she killed then?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
He feels eyes on the back of his head and he stops.
A cop would be too large for her to overpower. But a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other children. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
Kuno, do you think it's possible that she's killed other children?
Kuno falls silent.
Oh.
He does not look at you when he replies.
Kuno, that's it. That's what Kuno is starting to think, yeah.
You think she's anything to do with the dead man?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
Where were you?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
I believe you.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
You mean she's insane?
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho, cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's the real deal?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
And he doesn't even want to think about it. This isn't just another boast.
What's the language she uses?
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
What people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Sounds boreal, like something from the tundra and tiger-covered Cutler, Isola. Far, far away from here. As far as possible, really.
I don't know, but could she be Sudoese?
Sudoese? Like that man from Helmdall shit? She could be. She could be that Helmdall shit.
Revachol does have a small Sudanese community, or she climbed into a yakberry crate and was shipped over accidentally.
She your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit.
Stray?
Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
The little one twists her neck looking at the building.
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
The hallway there with the janitor's closet?
Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style.
Why was she dripping wet?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
You said she got in. How?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about your parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
How are you dealing with all this?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
You need backup. I'm here for you. I don't want to insult him.
Listen. C is Kuno's go-to
Okay,
Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with she. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
Yep, understood.
All right. Now we can do business.
Yep, business?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. And shit, you can even fuck back in Kuno's kingdom. That fucking pile of eternite. It's a secret door, okay? Just pull it up and you can fuck into Kuno's shack.
I point back the yard. Secret door. Just pull it off. Okay. I have questions about the crime scene.
Yeah. The kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrap pants. They are graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Can't afford them.
They'll also make you into an idiot.
Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk about this later.
All right, Pico. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
Yep.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
There was also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it? Racist. Let's call it racist.
Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene, cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator. Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting 2 and 2 together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Oh, at 15. We could. Let's talk about the body.
The fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuckgimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
Mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
Is it a fishing quest now? You threw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
Who do you mean troubadour?
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
What?
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
You mean Mañana?
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
And you're telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
I love the drama calls you sire. There are contusions all over his body. Did you do that?
What are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
I hate words too. A contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks your stones left on the corpse.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing?
Oh.
This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
You're testing.
Get lost.
What about running you an errand and illegal narcotics, Kuno?
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it.
Okay.
Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
Who's your dad, Kuno?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Are you sure you can take on the most violent man in Revachol? In your condition?
How much material are we talking about?
Like half.
Half of what?
A baggie, but like in this vial.
That's half a gram, sir.
Half a gram?
Yeah, half a G. Want it or not?
But that's not very much material at all.
What are you talking about? Half a G? This shit is giant grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it.
You can barely see it, because there's barely any.
I made up my mind, Kuno, and this is what's going to happen.
Okay. Kuno's listening.
I'm gonna go in there, but not for the speed. I'm going after the most violent man in Revachol.
Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out.
Okay.
Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything.
Oh.
Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
Okay.
What the hell are you signing us up for here?
I'm a bad addict. Come on, Kim. Obviously, I'm not gonna take it. We're gonna get drugs away from a minor.
Okay, then.
Okay. I'm not gonna talk about talking about to the gardener. Not gonna like that. Let's see. I want to put Aces High in. We're gonna open up a slot. Okay. It's pretty late. I want to put Right, let's do this. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing to stay up super late. Oh, there's so much to do. But there is some stuff in here to do, I still remember. Maybe we can let Kim go to bed and we can still do some more stuff. We'll save the autopsy for tomorrow. It's hard, I'm scared of running out of time, but I don't know if this is like Harvest Moon, where if you stay up... Oh, look! Stay up too late, bad things happen. This guy's still asleep.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Okay. Just Sans Undertale again. It's all about money, you know. Oh, don't we have to do like a debrief?
What do you want to know?
Oh, we can talk more stuff. Now that we've inspected the scene, I want to know more about this pissing competition you mentioned.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off.
Cop off.
But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
I wonder what this says about me, that I was sent by my station. I'm the finest we have, a hero cop sent to outperform you in every way imaginable. I was sent to teach you a lesson in style. I may be an ogre, an apocalyptic omen sent by my people. Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities. We know we don't have a unbelievable kill count. I don't want to insult his style. I'm gonna leave why I was sent unspecified.
The silence carries.
Oh. You volunteered to spoil it.
Yes. I am an unrepentant spoil sport.
The lieutenant appears pleased with this. What's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Okay, enough of the competition. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
You're pretty high.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to slight Precinct 57.
Yeah, that makes more sense than the other stuff I've thought of.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late and argues with his necktie. You weren't sent here to win.
I've considered it.
Oh, it's true.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Why is that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Do you really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Aww. That's really sweet. Right, there's stuff here. We didn't do. The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. Honey, the aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Go upstairs and leave Kim. Okay. And then I'll come back down here. Yeah, so I was gonna ask, how do I leave him? That feels bad, but... And then I want to explore some more. Sorry I kept you up, Kim. How do I...
Yes?
Hey?
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Is this how we do it? Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Yeah, let's go. I was gonna ask, yeah, there was...
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
I feel weird holding the flashlight. Oops. Guess we can't put it away. I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
How did you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will, and unhealthy.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
We're not gonna pick up smoking.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
We performed a thorough initial inspection of the victim's body, so that's good. One could say it's the main thing to do in a murder. Then you shot the body down, which was quite the shot.
I was inspired by your confidence in me.
I admit I wasn't sure whether I should give you the gun, but I'm glad I did.
Aw.
We still have to perform the autopsy, though. But we did do a thorough search of the crime scene. That's great. Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, I mean.
The initial interviews, yes. Well, we talked to some people.
Not always the right people, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
We weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare.
Okay.
Much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We tried to interview the Wild Pines rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is.
Yeah.
We have to get her to talk to us.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I don't know why I do the things I do. That's funny that they picked up on, that the game noticed that.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills.
Oh, I love that they take all this into account.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Aw. So what are our powers like, the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000? Why not more?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
I mean, I guess we did do that.
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait, how can you be sure the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
I see, and if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness.
Okay.
Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
What happens to all the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
And who makes all these rules? The coalition government?
Yes, the international community's mission in Revachol, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it was the citizens.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Or if they think you do.
The moral intern, what is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
List International. Okay. I really don't know. That's how bad it is in here.
Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
And what is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not.
Oh.
Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual.
Yeah.
Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous.
Oh, who was Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like the moral intern?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist.
Oh.
A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
Oh, I'm in good company being a moralist then. That's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
Oh gosh, they've done an awful oh, what do I say? Done an awful job here. Isn't humanism? Or am I just gonna keep going moralist? I mean...
My kind of police officer.
Yeah, okay. Say nothing, just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. It's like I told you, this place is an orphan, fallen between the cracks. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, we've been going for a bit, but I'm gonna do a little bit more. Still, there's so much to do. Okay, quick save. Okay, let's put the flashlight away for a minute. If we approach the door... See you in the morning. Oh, off he goes. Bye! Okay, so now we can just run around a bit. I still feel bad that we didn't talk to the lady. I missed out talking to the lady at first. Tricked! Oh, everything's dark. Oh no, I can't go through here. Oh. Well, guard's still here.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
You know these guys personally?
Nope, there's nothing more mysterious than the Martinez trash collection service. Never know who's coming or when.
Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Thanks, let's talk about something else. Go get the boot and talk to Joyce? I don't want to take the boot. Kim didn't like it. You have anything to say yet, Sans Undertale? Ah. You regret not taking the boot? Is Kim gonna get mad if I take the boot? That's what I worry.
You see a set of tire tracks
Right, okay,
in
we
the brown
can't do
slush
that.
covers the...
I'll look at it, but... Hey, Kuno's still there.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy.
I feel wrong taking the boot. Quick save. We'll come back. Let me think about it. We'll come back. What are... split a kilo with Kuno, buy the pants, interview union boss, perform field autopsy, victim's tattoos. Oh yeah, we can look at them. I haven't done that yet. We can interact with this?
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh.
What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
The example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it?
Yeah.
Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Okay.
An intricate web.
Okay.
It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky. But something's not right.
Who are you?
Gone.
What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Oh. Maybe Joyce or... Click save. Okay, you don't have to take it to make your decision. Make your decision for the autopsy. Okay. I will think. Let us... Hold on, I want... Hold the bag again. So we're still looking for... things to... Oh! The thought. Oh. Here. Takes willpower to even read the author's name. John Kaus from Iguania. Oh, okay. Here. The book is titled Man from Hjemdal and the Wildfire. There's still these. There's this.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Well, why am I looking at this wall? I'll probably put another point in here, but... Conceptualization. Huh. We'll leave. We'll come back for that one. Hey, Joyce! Shadows in the water, green plants under the calm surface.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with at this late hour?
It's night. Don't you ever sleep?
Matter of fact, I don't.
Oh. Why is that?
I have a medical condition of my own. Nothing unusual, though. I'm old, you see.
Better not to poke further.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
I spoke with the... Okay, do you know something about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So you know something about the tattoos?
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question.
Oh. Let's ask her again.
The man who was killed. Better not tie
okay.
She wants to answer the question.
I spoke with the lorryman at the
Protocol
roundabout.
keeps her from it.
On the contrary, officer. There are yet camioners you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Patterns didn't have eyes on the harbour.
They must have someone in an overlook position, near the gate.
I see.
I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects.
Okay. I've got more questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favourite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What is...
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. the world of matter, and its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water, forest-covered surfaces, clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included.
What is it?
Elysium.
Elysium. The world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
I don't feel like I've got the whole picture yet.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
Oh, how come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside sideways? What shape is this world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
What?
ORG, Occident Revachol Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
A dark grey corona?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
What?
A cold fear seeps into you.
God, what the hell are you telling me?
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be.
The pale? What do you mean corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
Fractured corona doesn't feel like it's going to bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides.
What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality. It is the opposite of reality.
Okay, but what is it? A definition?
Okay. The pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Wait, and what is an isla?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7.
This is wild.
Mundi, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And Insulinde is?
An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
Okay, what is the pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
What?
The negation of being.
Negation of?
That's right. The negation of being.
Is it here?
No, detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach.
6,000 kilometers from the end of the world?
Yes. That is enough. Many cities are built much closer.
And there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the pale is called Porch Collapse.
Wow. Yeah, Joyce is... I'm liking her. Like, I want to be suspicious, because... I mean, you should be suspicious of everybody a little bit, I think, but... I mean, she's just giving us all this.
Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor, marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension. Right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
That's terrifying. If we're surrounded by Pale, how do we get from Isla to Isla?
Oh, it is so difficult for us. It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
The Pale can damage the mind? It's Pale damage! From Lobotomy Corporation. Wow.
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
It's literally Pale damage from Lobotomy Corporation.
Who says and who argues?
Who says and who argues?
The logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue.
What does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more.
You're not a civilian passenger. Oh, maybe this is why she can't sleep.
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entreprenetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
Are you over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
What is entroponetic?
Entreponetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super E-Solar. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
Did they cross it, the Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What does entroponetics change then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft?
Hybrid airships, Detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
If we do not?
Then they don't.
Oh my...
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
How much Pale is there compared to the world?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how? To our detriment, or...?
What do you think, Detective?
It's growing. There's more and more of the Pale.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
Cover everything?
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Off we go. You see the hanged man's mouth open.
Off we go into the wild Pale yonder.
One and all. They say Pale is death, but for the universe.
Why should we just leave, and the world get left behind?
Let's return to reality, please.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, Detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
Sometimes get a vague... I sometimes sense vague shadows of a past, and it's not good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
Its advance can only be stopped with immediate, total, ruthless communism. It's a powerful anti-communist force. I'm worried. I have to say, it doesn't sound very liberal to me. I don't know how you've all survived with it. It's a huge compliment. You were right. It's, You're right. It's disco.
Mm-hmm. You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
apparently in the tabletop game world that the creator and friends used to play that inspired the world, the Pale does in fact cover everything. Oh, wow. I'll handle it. It's under control. I'll handle it.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile...
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
You have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
We'll do a bit more. What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
I'm just thinking about the Pale, because, like, sometimes if I think about space too much, and, like, I guess that's what existential fear is, just not understanding, and it's so big and massive, and I just feel so small and scared, and the Pale does, in a different way, bring together that thought. We're just so small. Wow. Too late for what?
For the big time.
What is the big time?
The revolution.
And what is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Who got shot in the head?
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists... They all got shot in the head.
She's not gloating. It's a relieved celebration.
Huh.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Did the communists and the anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
That's a tragedy.
Yes. The Red Deluge. The Insulindian Deluge, they call it.
I had a deluge too, in my head.
Yes. An acute thiamine deficiency can be exacerbated by alcoholism. Exacerbated means made worse.
I'm aware of that. Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
I don't care about kings.
About head shooting?
Who got the mineral rights?
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Okay, and by liberals you mean...
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
What did the liberals win at all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
Yeah.
She's one of them. Of course.
Everyone got shot. Who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Wait, you said the liberals already took everything.
The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
Who are the coalition?
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She is critical, but ultimately understands the cause.
Moralist?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head.
I guess I agree with not shooting people in the head.
At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
Am straight.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
For a moment, there was hope. Not just technically, practically. For a moment, there was hope.
A devout man of the center. Hard to come by. It's good to have someone who takes a moderate approach to head shooting. In your line of work, I mean.
When was this kerfuffle?
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
Who started it?
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government.
Prion disease, that's like mad cow disease, I believe. What did this Tsaref do?
It made people overthrow their governments.
No way.
Indeed. Zarat is a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
Wow. Okay, where did it spread from there?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in 08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
What came next? Yes, mad cow. Okay. I do remember learning about prion diseases a bit. Sounds awful. What came next?
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie? A pair of pants?
Our lives are very different from each other.
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
What is the zone of control?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
What happened in the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication, telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
But you've been saying it's been like this for 43 years?
Time flies.
What have we been doing all that time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell.
And after that?
The 30s. Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Were they?
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash, an Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are.
She curtsies.
Welcome to reality, baby.
Wow. Ooh.
From the looks of it, the 50s haven't been much better for the zone of control. You can see it in her eyes. Days slipping away.
You don't seem to be thrilled.
I've no right to be dissatisfied. This shirt is Barbara Muscova, this raincoat is impervious to rain and is guaranteed for 100 years. My daughters will wear it. No, it's just...
She looks at the crumbling tenements, paint flecking from the stone.
We could have had so much more. Every one of us. If only we'd played it right.
What would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
No, her first.
I asked you, who are you in all this?
And I asked you, past-less detective of the citizens' militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
I would have sought a medical solution.
So a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. And how would you stop a prion, a complex folding protein, unlife, with a technology 50 years ago?
With some hygiene, modest social care, and perhaps a little research program?
Good hygiene. Really. A very moderate solution to an extreme problem. It's those sort of half measures that doomed the authorities in Grad. When they failed to step up, Mazov and his party stepped in. In this particular case, maybe a more robust state response might have been appropriate.
Guess that's enough about the times.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality.
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
I want to know what you are.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor, a devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra.
A liberal. I have to do it.
Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. I can see you thought we'd gone extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. You're a centrist at heart. A real moralist, no? Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself.
Yeah, I saw a
frightening.
I saw a screenshot of just that answer once on Twitter. That's one thing I have seen. I sent it to Lee.
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride.
I forgive you.
I do hope so. I hope we're able to remain collegial despite it. Remember, we were partners, whether you like to admit it or not. There's blood on many hands, I assure you. When the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinaise a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinaise, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake, then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
You're a patriot?
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Yes, we can say you're smart.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
You're no dummy yourself.
You know, am I?
A smart boy getting smarter. One basic term of reality at a time.
You have daughters?
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
Yeah, I still want to do this, but I might wait till we put another point in stuff. And we still have to do this, but I am getting a little tired for now. We're getting close to another skill point. We have one. Maybe empathy. Maybe visual calculus. Maybe another shivers. I mean, I do want to keep playing. I'm getting more stamina for doing this. That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
You know a lot, Joyce. Done. So that's a new done. So let's just take a quick peek at what we do have. Split a kilo with Kuno. The pants. Union boss. Field autopsy. Victim's tattoos. Who put the clothes in the trash? This may take a while. Hangman's boots. Devilishly tricky. I guess we'll take a peek at it. Oh look, I didn't even notice we had a these things. We still have 5 communists. I'm not even sure what I'm doing. Oh, ultra liberal, that's what the other one is. Good cop, bad cop. 1 honor, people killed. I guess maybe we can make this go up. Here's in service. I didn't even notice this before. Run the number. That'll be easy. Raise the rest of the armor. Harbor Gate. Alright. 20 real. That's not too bad. As long as you don't have a free place to stay, you'll have to do this every night. This makes me think like there is some way to find another free place. Smoker on the balcony. We'll do that the next day. Oh, you gained your stats after unlocking the ledger. Cool. That's a nice. That's a cool feature. Interrogate the drivers. Joyce's info. Doomed commercial center. Okay, we still have. We can do some of that. I left. It was in the union box. Track down your gun. Keep looking. Right, so we just have to talk to people. Track down your badge. Who made the call? Keep searching. This might take some time. Find booze. I've been ignoring that. And we gotta do this. I definitely want to do this. And then we still do this. Horseback monument. Still try some of these. Okay, so still many things, and even on we haven't even finished this day, but we're definitely gonna do them. Let's do a proper save. Yeah. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm enjoying this a lot. Like, it's actually really hard to wait a few days. I mean, I guess I don't have to wait, but I've been doing it to make sure I do my other stuff. But I'm loving this game so far. Absolutely. Man. Especially that stuff about the pail. Like, what? It's amazing that, like, I mean, we're just getting, like, an exposition dump, but it's so compelling, and it makes sense with our character that we can just do that. Yeah, okay, I kind of, every time I finish, I really have to process stuff, but yeah, thank you all so much, and I hope you're enjoying my playthrough, and thank you all for being here. Probably be playing sometime next week after the next Ruina session. Thank you, and I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.